No lightweight over here. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's another self-care episode. I believe this is episode 6, if I'm calculating right. I think it's episode 6, so I hope you guys are all caught up. If you're new here, I started this series just to share my self-care journey as well as help you start your self-care journey. So today's episode just gonna be a quick one. I'm just gonna extend my last video where I was talking about doing something for yourself. So we're gonna dive into the physical aspect of self-care. I remember telling you guys that self-care is so many different umbrellas, like so many different categories. You have the physical, the emotional, the mental, all the above. So we're gonna talk a little bit more about the physical aspect of self-care, which I feel like is one of the few things that I struggle with the most. Believe it or not, like I told you guys, self-care is a journey. So this is not me saying I have mastered every single bit of self-care. No, no, absolutely not. So yeah, if you want to see, before I dive in, make sure you're subscribed. Well, like this, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss an episode. And if you haven't caught up, make sure you catch up to those videos because I feel like it kind of flows. It kind of flows. All right, so let's just dive into it. So in my last video, I was talking about doing one thing for yourself, and one thing I mentioned was maybe you have a sleeping pattern that you want to change, that you want to improve, stuff like that. And a few of you could relate to that, wanting to get more sleep and stuff. So I'm not gonna tell you how many hours of sleep you should try to get, because trust me, I'll be struggling too. Last week, at least 3 days out of this week that just went by on my work days, I struggled with falling asleep, and it was really bad. Was it the last night before I went to work? I believe it was either Monday night or Tuesday night. I could not sleep. I could not turn my brain off. And I was laying there thinking, I just did a self-care episode and I mentioned sleep, and now I'm the one struggling to sleep better. There are things that I've been doing recently to kind of help relax me to have a better night's sleep, but it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work like that. So I was struggling last week with just getting enough sleep for my work nights, and half of it was me coming home, editing, doing all this stuff. Next thing you know, it's like 9:30, 10, and I'm just getting into bed. And yeah, you just have, especially as females, I feel like we always have things just running through our minds. Always. It's like clockwork. You're thinking about a million different things. And I was laying there just like, stop thinking, trying to distract my thoughts to relax my brain. I do use a diffuser at night, and I was trying to get that going and just take some deep breaths, just stuff like that. And I'll go a little bit more into exactly what I do when I do my nighttime routine. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because I thought it was funny. After mentioning that in the last video, then I was struggling to go to sleep. But it's okay, it's a new week, and hopefully I will get enough sleep this week. Right now when I'm filming this video, it's actually already 8:45 at night, so that's why I was like, let me film this, get this over with, and just go relax. I'm already showered in my PJs, and that's something I'm working on too, is just getting ready for bed a lot earlier and then laying down relaxing. And yeah, so that's it. Like I said, not gonna tell you how much sleep you should get. We all know what the recommended is, 6 to 8, I think. So, and I know a lot of you have kids and all that good stuff, so I just say get as much as you can get it where you can get it, and try to make sure you give yourself time to rest. Rest is a big part of your self-care routine. My other thing is to just check in with your body. I think especially, again, I feel like a lot of it we can relate to in the Black community, Caribbean culture, all that good stuff. we rarely check in with our body. When was the last time you went to the doctor? Did your physical get checked out? All those things are part of like your physical self-care, like keeping up with those type of stuff, believe it or not, is part of your self-care routine. So for me, like right now I have, you know, my yearly OBG thing scheduled. It's a little bit more than a year because trying to get in since the pandemic, get appointments have been way harder, but I have it scheduled. Plus it was actually scheduled for like my cruise week and I had to move it, so now I have to wait like 3 extra months just to get in. But I told them, I was like, don't worry about me, don't worry about it, just get me on the schedule. I'm gonna get it done. And I also want to schedule a physical soon, just to have them, like with your primary doctor, just to have them check everything, keep up to date with that stuff. Especially, you know, we have family members who have other medical problems that might affect you and stuff like that. Like, check in with your body. And I don't know what's been in the air lately. I just feel like everybody's just been getting sick. Like, it's been crazy. Like, I think about it, I'm like, yes, I've gotten the cold before. Yes, I've gotten the flu before. But there's some different times. Like, the way people are getting sick now and the symptoms that they're having is just a whole different, it just feels worse. So check in with yourself. And it can be the smallest thing too. Like, yes, the doctor's appointments and all that stuff is good, but it can be the small things. And I'll give you guys an example. Like last night after I came back from shopping and being on the road all day and all that good stuff, and I went to get ready for bed, and because I was coughing all day, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put some Vicks on the bottom of my foot because my mom told me to do that. So I was sitting there, and as soon as I touched my foot, I think it was my left foot, it felt sore. And I was like, that's weird. Like, I have flat feet, so I always have, like, I can't stand for too long, no matter if I have sneakers on, sandals on. I always struggle with my foot or whatever. But I touched it and it was so sore, and I started to rub my feet, and I started to think about it, and I'm like, I never do this. Like, yes, every so often, like you have pain and you're like, okay, rub that little spot. But I couldn't remember the last time I sat down and rubbed my feet. So I sat there for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I rubbed each one, massage it like top and bottom. Like, I went in, and I was just thinking of it like, your feet is what keeps you grounded. Your feet keep all this weight. Like, this ain't no lightweight over here. So it's carrying me every day. It's keeping me grounded. Like, I'm planted on my feet, but yet still it is probably one of the least, or one of my body parts that I pay the least attention to. Wow. Like, just thinking about it is just like, yeah, I was literally rubbing my feet and thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, my feet get rubbed whenever I go get my feet done, and pedicure, she always, you know, give you a quick little massage and all that stuff. But you need more than that. You need to spend time taking care of it. And so tonight, right, 30 minutes ago or so, I went ahead and I massaged it again with some rubbing alcohol, put my socks on. So I want to do that more, you know, because my feet is what carries me. Like I said, I'm no lightweight, so it's carrying around 200 plus pounds all day, every day, and yet still I don't pay attention to that part of my body. So yeah, I just figured I'd throw that in there because I thought it was such a good example of just how, even though I'm already doing self-care stuff, that's one thing I wasn't really doing. So yeah, you just find little things like that that you want to do for yourself. Like, yes, massages are great, but if you don't have money for that, you can still soak your feet. Like, I was supposed to take a Epsom salt bath today, but I kind of run out of time. But I want to do that tomorrow and soak, because it still hurts now. Like, even when I woke up this morning, I felt it again, and I was like, yeah, I need to give it a little bit more TLC. So we talked about sleep, we talked about checking in with your body, doctors, all that good stuff. The one that I struggle with the most is, of course, my diet. It's always a work in progress for me, but looking in the mirror sometimes, it just reminds me of why. Like, I'm not happy with my weight, obviously, and I want to lose weight, so I have to use that as my motivation to get back on track. I know I'm about to go on this vacation, probably gonna eat some food, but I have to be mindful of just my body and taking better care of my body. And it's been hard. Like, I feel like every time I try to work out and get back on track, there's always something. Like, I injured my knee a couple months ago. Then right after that, I got sick with the flu, and then I got better, and now I was just sick again, where I couldn't really, you know, elevate my heart rate and stuff because I was so worried about the shortness of breath. So I always feel like there's always something in the way of me getting back to where I was. Because I used to go hard, guys. I used to be in the gym 2+ hours, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, and I really want to get back to a decent spot. But I'm also giving myself grace. Like, you have to give yourself grace, but you also have to be balanced in terms of just knowing that I do need to make a change, and I do need to stay committed and dedicated if I want to get back to where I was. So that's all part of the physical, and it's been hard, but I'm working through it. And you just gotta get up. You just gotta, instead of, you know, crying about it all the time, I just gotta push myself and get through it. And that's one of my goals, is like at least 30 minutes, at least 4 to 5 days a week. And that's my goal. That, drinking water. I used to hate water, y'all. My family can tell you I used to hate water. I was a juice drinker, Sprite drinker, all that good stuff. And who knows what damage that did back when I used to do it. But for the last few years, I've been really good at drinking water. Do I need to drink a little bit more? Probably. But I try to only take water to work. And I told you guys I'll take like an iced tea, or yeah, mostly an iced tea, or I add a little flavor packet to my water just to get a little flavor. But for the most part, I drink water. So let me know down below if you still struggle with drinking water. And yeah, if you do, just have some like lemon, and make different type of flavored water. And you can look online for different flavors you can mix and match. Cucumber with lemon, raspberry, strawberry, all that good stuff. So that's my trick, or that's my tip to getting yourself to drink more water. I think we covered all of like a couple little physical things that I think you should do just to get yourself going. Let me know if any of these resonate with you. Any of these you're already doing or struggling to do, let me know down below. So yeah, those are the physical aspects that I think you can work on, that I'm working on. And yeah, we're just gonna go on this journey together. We're gonna get this self-care down pack. I got this one tip when I was listening to the Brown Girl self-care a couple days ago, and she shares like one thing she did for herself that week. So yeah, me rubbing my feet and paying attention to my feet is my one thing that I did this week. Let me know down below, what did you do for yourself for self-care this week? So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give your girl a thumbs up. Don't forget to engage and comment down below. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with somebody. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.